Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, I'm Renzo Mox and welcome back to another monthly Q&A. Today we're talking about the month of July. Now I know this is coming out in August. I'm sorry, did not mean to happen that way. But then I actually forgot about the Q&A and I was like, oh crap, I've got to do a monthly Q&A. And I thought this would be a good pace, change of pace from the regular style videos I've been doing lately. So yeah, but right back into another Q&A. You guys know the gist. We're going to be answering your comments from the last Q&A, from this announcement video, and then on Instagram. You guys already know what we're getting into. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. So starting off with the questions from the last Q&A videos. First of all, we have a question from Netherslayer, and they asked, will you build Renzo's dad? Fun fact, Renzo's dad has been built since before the series began, funnily enough. I think that's interesting because he's perfectly described in Renzo episode 0. So yeah, he's already built. Next question. This one's from Explodinator, and they asked, did you see Jurassic World 2? I actually have seen Jurassic World 2, and I thought it was pretty bleh. I didn't think it was that good. I thought some ideas were interesting, but overall I didn't like it that much. I thought there were some actually really stupid decisions in that movie, but I guess a lot of people like it, so whatever. And then Evan Ramirez asked, do you like Smash Bros? I love Smash Bros to death, honestly. I love Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I grew up with that game. I played it like every day of my life back then. I never really played Smash 4, actually, surprisingly enough. I played it like a couple times with friends, but other than that, I really didn't play it much at all, which I think is interesting because I was a huge fan of Smash. Ultimate looks awesome. That's all I'm going to say. Next question is from Cody Mox, and he asked, do you think you will ever make system mocks, and where do you get a lot of your parts? So I have made system mocks. I don't know if you guys know, but about a year ago, almost a year by now, I sold all of my system parts off. It was pretty hard, and nowadays I actually I'm regretting it a lot, honestly, but they were just taking up way too much space. I took apart all my sets and I sold all my system parts. I still have a couple from mocking, but that's pretty much it. So I don't make system mocks that much. And then where do I get a lot of my parts? I mostly get them from just sets I buy. Star Wars sets, Bionicle, Hero Factory sets. Occasionally I'll order something off Bricklink or eBay, but it's not too often that I do that. So yeah, mostly sets. A little question about the story. Did Renzo's mom die in child labor, or did you have a storyline or an idea that you have for her death? She did die in child labor, but we'll be seeing a lot of flashbacks to that before her death. But I'm not actually going to show her death itself because it's a little gruesome. And then Dylan the Awkward Potato actually asked if we're going to see more of Renzo's dad, and we're going to get more flashback with Renzo's mom when they were younger. Yes, we will. Absolutely. And then this final question from Oliver Watson. It was really mistranslated and hard to read, so allow me to kind of reiterate it. Basically, this guy's just asking me if my mocks can be in his videos, and if he wants his mocks to be in my videos. The answer to that is I'm not going to include random mocks and random characters that I don't know in my videos. That's kind of weird. I don't know you, sorry. And I'm not just going to throw in random characters for the sake of it. I'm going to actually plan out characters and all that stuff. So, sorry, no, but you can build my mocks. There will be more how-tos videos, but just acknowledge that it's not going to be canon to Renzo. Not at all. But yeah, thank you for your question. Okay, so now we're moving on to the actual comments from the newest announcement Q&A video. And I will actually mention that some of these comments aren't actually showing up, so I do apologize if I don't answer your comments. YouTube's being kind of fricky right now, and I'm not able to see all the comments unless I do something very specific. So if I don't read your question, I truly apologize. I just didn't see it. First, we got Poxu. This is the most recent comment. Poxu asked, hey, I'm pretty new to Bio2, but I've been watching your videos for a while now, and I wanted to ask you some questions. What do you think of the Bionicle Fantoka? I love the Fantoka. I think the Mystica are a little weak, but I actually really do like the Fantoka. Specifically, Liwa Fantoka I think is my favorite. What's your favorite Bionicle set? That's pretty hard to say. Maybe Umarak the Hunter. I really do like Umarak the Hunter. If you were saying all Bionicle, I don't know. That's such a broad question. But probably Umarak the Hunter. Also, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Ivax the Awesome, and he asked, why is Renzo so obsessed with the word frick? This is just an easy word to use. I think I've always been saying frick myself. It's always personally been a word that I say a ton. So that's why, yeah, I just always use it, and it's not a joke, it's just what his character is. He just says that a lot. Next question is from Zed Not Nice, and they said, the Star Wars CCBS figures got canceled. What do you think we can expect in the future? Do you think we'll get any more CCBS or system figures that are not based on Lego bricks, Ninjago Mech, Hulkbuster, etc.? I think that's interesting. I don't think we're ever actually going to get any full CCBS themes ever. I know that's kind of being unhopeful. We may get Overwatch figures, but I don't know. I'm not very hopeful for the future of construction. It just seems like it's not selling very well for Lego, and I don't see why they would try to pursue something that they know wouldn't sell. Ethan Mark Second Channel Bitoon, great name, asked, how many MOCs have you ever built? I don't know, that's a large question, probably 500 or something at the least. I build MOCs all the time. I scrap MOCs all the time. There's probably hundreds of MOCs that you guys have not seen because I'll build it and I'll scrap it and I'll never review it. Next question is from Simulated String, and they asked, do you ever plan on making another story series? You know, if Renzo gets old or something. Nothing wrong with Renzo or anything, just wondering. Great question, actually. Not really. I think if I ever do anything that's not Renzo, I think it's going to be a spin-off of Renzo. Just because Renzo is a nice universe I love to work in, I don't really want to have to make another world that I don't want to work in. Biorama exists if you ever want to go back and watch Biorama. I don't recommend it, but it's there. So if you ever get tired of Renzo, there's Biorama. You can always go watch that. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything outside the Spaceverse, just because it's such a fun universe to work in. Derpy Dragon 2007 asked, what you do if your MOCs and sets came to life? Sorry if someone, nobody's asked this before.
So play nice.
Here we got some questions from Jackson Rigby Meth, and I'm probably going to get mad for some of these because he asks some not very smart questions. Okay, here are my questions, Renzo. What do you think of my channel and my self-mock? Haven't checked it out. I probably won't. Sorry. What is your fave bat suit from all the Batman? Don't care about Batman. Sorry. Not really. And the Hapori style and the man, I don't know what that is. Sorry. Have you seen, and your self-mock is awesome, by the way, and so are you, and the best Batman voice. Thanks for that, but I don't know. Will Arnett, Lego Batman? Why not? Have you seen the TV show titled The Batman? Stop asking me Batman questions, man. I don't care. Do you watch the Nostalgia Critic? I used to, but I think the channel is kind of going downhill. I don't care too much for Nostalgia Critic anymore. And Boots to Reboots, I don't know what that is. He's asking me to check out links. No, thank you. What's the best Batman movie, in your opinion? Lego Batman movie. So, yeah. Also, the Hapori react to the new Venom trailer. I don't care too much about it. I think it kind of looks stupid. Okay, now Just a Bowl of Cereal asked a couple questions. One, how did Geode get his name? I actually don't know how he got his actual name in the story-wise. It was probably like Geode was like, oh, Geode. I don't know. But actually, I suggested the name Geo to Thatch, who was designing him at the time, and he said, how about Geode? And I loved it. I've been using it ever since. It's one of the best things. Are the blue CCBS armor shells on Renzo part of his armor, part of his clothes, or part of his skin? Very, very good question. I mentioned before the green is his skin. Everything green on him is his actual skin, minus the swords. Silver is the armor, and so the blue is actually an undersuit. It's kind of like not a tight suit, but it's kind of just like an actual space suit that he wears. He has like actual pants, and he has like short sleeve shirt. But it's kind of like a whole bodysuit that he wears underneath his armor, and then his skin pokes out every now and then. But yeah, just kind of acknowledging that. Thank you for asking. That's a really good question. And do you have any interesting stories about stuff that happens behind the scenes when you're making Renzo? Not really. Renzo's a pretty basic process when I'm working on it. It's just kind of doing whatever. Sometimes things will knock over and I'll get mad. I have actually done a couple bloopers, but the bloopers aren't that funny. It's mostly me just going, ugh, when I mess up a line. Or even swearing, because I get pretty mad when I'm filming. I'm not in a good mind when I film. Usually I'm pretty, usually I'm not like, ooh, I love to film. It's more like, I have to film again, and I have to get this over with, and I have to keep shooting back and back and back. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not that interesting. Kanohi Minika asked, how long has Renzo been adventuring from the start of the series, where the series is now? Very interesting question. I'd say probably half a month, if not 9 months. Zed Not Knights also asked, can we get a parts list and how to build on Runk the Golem first? I really want to build him, but I don't know where all the parts come from. By the way, new sub, love your mocks. Thank you, Zed Not Knights. So Runk will be coming after Jira. Runk, I'm glad you like the Runk's build so much. I'm not going to be able to tell you where the parts actually come from, but I will be able to say, hey, look, here's the actual parts for the mock. Sorry if you want to actually know where every part comes when. I personally probably don't know. Mostly just Hero Factory sets. Least favorite Renzo character? Probably Lennox. I don't think he's too interesting. I'm trying to work out with best. He's in a lot of the next episode, but I personally don't think he's that interesting. So, what did you think of Fautum 6? I absolutely love Fautum 6. I think it's my favorite episode of Fautum. I originally said it wasn't, but I think it is definitely my favorite episode. What's your favorite anime? Either Full Metal Alchemist from 2003, Not Brotherhood, or Death Note. Netherslayer asks, is Renzo's dad dead? And if you had to choose to be any character in Renzo besides Renzo, who would you be and why? Renzo's dad is not dead. I've stated this several times. He is alive. He's just not. He's always adventuring. He's always doing his own thing. And if I were to be any character, I don't know, probably Zawari. He's rich, so he could just sit around in a pool of money all day. It's a very intricate question from Cruel Koopa. Old versus new. Which iteration of the Makuta/Makuta is better? The older G1 version or the newer G2 version? He just kind of goes into explaining. So it could be any Makuta from G1 or just the lone Makuta from G2. I'd say, I don't know, probably a random Makuta from G1. Just because there's more variety there. Mr. Lego Lover 55 asks, what's your favorite type of Bionicle canister? I love the Mata canister. Miranui asked, hey Renzo, do you play any video games? If so, what's your favorite game? I recently got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for the Switch. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite games on the Switch. And yeah, I play a bunch of Switch games. But my favorite game of all time is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. I love that game so much. It's my most nostalgic game, so I love the whole trilogy of Spyro games. And then Don't Do That, great name. Hey, it's me Axley, but will you ever stop mocking or stop making Bionicle videos? I don't think I'm ever going to stop mocking, but realistically I think I will eventually stop making Bionicle videos. Bailey Larson asked, will there be an Avengers-like series where all of your characters come to defeat the Cataclysm? Great spelling, Bailey Larson. No. Or, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Bailey Larson also asks, how does the light system work and what else can it do? The light system is kind of just the way that sets our toys come to life. I can't really explain it that well without going into an immense amount of detail, so I'll probably save this for a whole nother video entirely because a lot of people are actually really curious. Now that Fautum 6 came out and people, obviously Fautum 6 mentions the light system very heavily and it's kind of a big part of Fautum 6. So really, I can't say much about it, but maybe another video will come down the line. Zombie types from all zombie video games. Please don't ask me anything about zombies. I'm honestly considering getting rid of your zombie questions because you just keep asking them. Have you seen Stranger Things, and what do you think of it? I bet Thatch Mac would like it because it's about the ADDs. I like Stranger Things. I like Season 1 a lot more than Season 2, but I think it's a good show. And Thatch loves Stranger Things. It's not because it's an 80s though, 80s thing though. He just likes it because it's a good show. Baylor said you should do more heroes. There are way too many villains. This is not a comment. This is not a question, but it's a good statement. I left this in because I think it's very true. There are a lot of villains, but I don't know. It's a very villain-filled world, and I absolutely love villains. I don't know. Maybe more heroes down the line. There will definitely be more heroic type characters, more heroes for Season 2 of Renzo. Currently not on the shelf at all, but I've kind of moved all those characters around. Yeah, they'll definitely be, there will be a ton more hero-like characters in Season 2. Blood Ninja asks, what's your favorite dinosaur? Just weird ones with giant heads and stuff like that. I absolutely love that kind of stuff. Okay, Bailey Larson, have you seen War of the Worlds? Please stop asking me this. I'm honestly, you need to get this through your head. I'm not going to watch it, and you spamming these comments is not going to make me want to watch it even more. Okay, Don't Mock Me asks, what did you think of Legacy of Light becoming like the end of Chronicles of Darkness? I've known about it for a while, but I think it's such a cool idea, and the name Legacy of Light kind of implies that there's going to be a lot more hopefulness in the new series rather than Chronicles of Darkness, which is kind of always kind of depressing. So I'm glad he used that name. It's a very good name. Okay, and we don't have very many comments for the Instagram. Only literally 4 comments, but favorite Rockshi, the green one. Kanohi M003. What is with these names? How do you normally approach doing mock reviews? Very good question. Mock reviews aren't hard for me to make. I just kind of pull out the mock, sit down, and then do the usual 3-act structure when I review a mock. You know, introduce it, review it, and then final thoughts. Okay, so that's all the questions. I think that was a pretty weak round this time around, but it's going to make for a much easier video to actually create, so I don't mind it as long as it's simple and you guys want to watch this. Hey, the August Q&A will be out at the end of the month, hopefully, unless it's coming out in September. We'll see. But I also wanted to say thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers. I was checking my YouTube last night. 800, just like that, and I was so shocked by that. So I was debating actually making a video about it. But I said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do any big videos until 1,000. I think that's fair. So yeah, thank you so much for 800 subscribers. I honestly can't believe that I'm almost at 1,000. It's so crazy. And you guys know the drill. More mock reviews. Renzo episode 10 is currently actually being filmed. That explains why most of the characters are gone, because I'm filming with them currently. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for 800 subscribers. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching this next Q&A. Make sure to leave your comments on for the next Q&A down here, or on Instagram, or whenever I decide to make the next announcement video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Renzo Mox, and see you guys later. Bye-bye.